Hello students, hope you all are doing well. I'm Supreet Kaur, welcomes all of you on our YouTube channel Smart PTE Tricks. First of all, I would like to thank all of you for your love and support. And today I'm here to announce that now we are arranging our online classes again. For some circumstances, we were not arranging online classes and we got some complaints from all of you who are interested. But now we are arranging online classes on time, especially reading and speaking modules. And if you are interested, you can contact us on the number given below, as our contact preferences are changed now. And again, I would like to thank all of you from depth of my heart, because with your love and support we are reaching here. And keep supporting.
This creates a bilingual resource that enables the student to learn in their home and stronger language while they are acquiring a majority language such as English. This discussion will be extended in terms of scaffolding. See the next section. In the UK and US experience, however, there are a few challenges to using bilingual teaching assistants properly. One danger is that the bilingual assistant uses English. In this section we shift our attention to language majority students in bilingual immersion classrooms. Bilingual immersion is a strong form of bilingual education and begins with the formidable task of teaching language majority students through the minority language. Bilingual immersion classrooms typically target language majority students who begin as monolingual speakers of the majority language. One solution to a lack of suitable bilingual teachers has been to hire bilingual teaching assistants who work, especially in the early grades, under the guidance of the mainstream teacher and typically can speak the home language of some, most or all of the bilingual students. In the United Kingdom, such support workers help the very young, newly arrived and slower learners, often working with small groups. The minimum time the second language needs to be used as a medium to ensure customary achievement levels is 4 to 6 years. Around the end of elementary schooling, immersion students show equal or higher performance in the curriculum compared with their mainstream peers.
Now that the story's been scratched, it is only part of contingency planning. But it was a symptom of the dramatic turn of events in South Australia, and it flushed out other remarks from water academics and people like Tim Flannery, indicating that things were really much worse than had been foreshadowed, even earlier this year. So is Adelaide, let alone some whole regions of South Australia, in serious bother. Considering that the vast amount of its drinking water comes from the beleaguered Murray, something many of us outside the state may not have quite realized. Is their predicament something we have to face up to as a nation?
Every child deserves the right to an education without prejudice. Nonetheless, the question is whether bilingual education provides children with an equitable education. Are minority students taught as effectively as their counterparts in English-only classrooms? It is crucial to determine if bilingual school students receive the same curricular content as other students, as this significantly impacts their performance. For the first time, Japanese researchers have conducted a real-life experiment that shows how some traffic jams appear for no apparent reason. They place the 22 vehicles on a single track, and ask the drivers cruise around at a constant speed of 30 km an hour. At first, traffic moves smoothly, but soon, the distance between cars started to vary and vehicles clumped together at one point on the track, but the jams spread backward around the track, like a shockwave at a rate of about 20 km an hour. Real-life jams move backward at about the same speed. Cultivating a strong feeling of community within the learning environment. In addition, students encountering difficulties pertaining to language acquisition or cultural adjustment can access counseling and support services, which are widely accessible. These services aim to promote the well-being and academic achievement of these students.
Creativity is another term that people attach word meanings to, but it can be difficult to define concisely into a single definition as the depth of understanding behind it is more complex. As thought-provokingly suggests, the lens in which creativity is viewed is always evolving depending on societal or cultural changes. Therefore, answering, "What is creativity?" may reflect what is valuable or relevant in that moment in time to the people or persons. This is helpful for learners to understand so they can identify themselves as creative and imaginative beings in relation to their peers, or to simply recognize themselves as being imaginative within the creative process. Likewise, it assists educators in understanding and recognizing that imagination can be represented in ways that make sense for the learners within the developmental stage.
The curriculum should enable pupils to think creatively and critically, to solve problems and to make a difference for the better. It should give them the opportunity to become creative, innovative, enterprising and capable of leadership to equip them for their future lives as workers and citizens.
Acting in this manner involves trust, in the process, in oneself to take risks, and in the congenial learning environment that respects both. Though historically, from my learning experience, learners are often given or receiving information to acquire skills and knowledge, which consequently restricts freedom to lead learning autonomously in their own direction with their own imaginative process to make learning more meaningful. From creativity brings about imagination and innovation. Imagination is the ability to transcend the obstacles to thinking. An important distinguishing factor that is echoed by Kraft, 2002, who suggests to be imaginative, an individual must be able to elevate above obstacles or restrictions placed on them, such as set standards, criterias or rules. This enables learners the freedom and flexibility to explore more widely an idea, thought or outcome that is original to them.
Teaching and learning has the opportunity to explore more deeply into a subject, which enables children to be more inquisitive through questioning and personal inquiry from the theme. This is a new journey for the school and we are truly still at the start of it. Nevertheless, there is a sense of freedom to explore creativity within the classroom. The adoption of this complete mini-bilingual program aims to empower our varied student group. Through the incorporation of critical literacy, cultural comprehension, and language competency, our educational environment fosters a supportive atmosphere in which students can flourish intellectually, linguistically, and culturally.